at the
Yeah,
bottom.
yeah. So
Because you are now the
okay, thank you. So I'll go with my desktop again. So you can see now my desktop, huh? Isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so the idea actually today, first of all, thank you, Mickey, and I hope we can do and finish this web page as soon as possible. I think it takes at least 1 hour, and I try to do faster and explain, but you already know all of the tags and what we use here. And on the other hand, so it makes sense to understand a bit more about what we learned in this past 4 weeks. So here we just use HTML and CSS, not any more thing. And the idea, we're going to make this web page. And we're going to have some video tags, some picture, some text also here, or paragraph, some button, and exactly the same in this part. And we're going to have here one map and contact and some footer here. So all of them we learned in previous weeks, and it's not something new. And here you know exactly the HTML tag we were explaining you in the, I think that was in the second week. And this is the basic setup for HTML. And here I use the basic setup for CSS file. So you can see the margin padding, all of them, just basic whenever you're gonna use this. So it makes more sense and make your work easier to use. I just choose 2 colors here, green, little bit darker, and one of them is lighter. For here, I'm gonna use this color for my design, to put for button, here for some word, here also for one menu. That's all. And you can find this file I put in this source code I put in the Google Drive, and later you can go check there and find it and work and practice to understand how was the class today. So for the first part, I would like to divide this web page for maybe first for 2 parts. The first part is going to be the loading page or the home. So it's going to be this one. And the second part going to be this part. So you can see all of them is the same. They have the same design. And the first part have the different design. So first work for this one, and then we go for the second part, of course. So here in body, I use the normal thing. I add some the CSS, this CSS here, the link, title olive. So it's nothing something new. And here I just add one Google font for have some nice font. And yeah, there's nothing actually. Okay, let's go. So for the first part, I would like to make this page. So I give this tag. So this is my first part of loading page, and we had a 4 other part. So I give this. So we have a 4 and 1 home. So this is our home or landing page, and 1. This is the first one. I call this container because we want to use the same design for all of them. So this is the first one, the second one, third one, and this is the fourth one. Okay. So we have some footer. We work for that later. So here is our home. Okay. So just make some container. So I just make some comment here to find it a bit easier later. So we have one nav, and here this is our nav, and we have one text here. So there is a background, and we use just image for that. So we have one nav, and we have one class. I can call it hero text. Okay, so now my class, my landing page get 2 parts. So I divided in 2 parts. So for the nav it's gonna be here in the top. So we have one image, or we can call logo, and we have some link here. So I would like to use here some list. So for the first part, I use image, and you can find this image in the in the file where I put with this tags and with this code here in the image, and also some tags in the paragraph we use it. So all of them at the one package, so you can find it easily. Okay. So for the image, sorry, this is for the background. I need to use the logo image. Okay, so I use this, and now I would go for the list. So I put UL, so you know all of them, LI. And the idea for these links, for example, I have a different part of my web page here. For example, if I click on contact, it must, come on, why? Yeah, it must go and show me that part. For example, if I want, I think my computers can't handle it. Yeah, okay. And also here we have one button tag here. If I click on the home, it's gonna be up. So the idea is if you click here, it must show you exactly that part of our web page, okay? So because of that, so inside of each of li tag, we use one anchor tag. So you know anchor tag when we use for the links. So we use this to target. Oh, sorry, I have to first, yep. So I have 4 parts in my web page, and I wanna connect this part to here, okay? So I'm going here. The first part gonna be about, and here that's gonna be seminar, and here I can use team, and the last one contact. But don't forget, if you put the tag, so you have to put that word here because it must be it must show there. You can see. So I write here because I want to see in my page also. Okay. And the last one, no, sorry, it's really hard actually to talk at the same time and think. So it was team, yeah. And here, that was a seminar. Okay, so we had our picture, and we add also our list in the nav bar. Okay, so let's go and check what we did here. So here I have extension called Google Go Live. So now you can see what we did. So this is our page, and this is what we are working right now. So we add the picture and link. So it's different with what we have or I done before. Okay. So now I go to add also this type in the hero tags, and then we'll go for design. Okay. So in the hero tags, I would like to use one H1 tag, and the sentence for here, I also put the tags here, this file. You can find all the paragraph of what we use in the code here. So just make collection for you, okay? So I use here this text, but it's such a different with what we want here, okay? And the idea for here, I wanna make the first letter of or first character of each of them have a different color and be a bit bigger, and it's called they together. This meaning olive, so O-L-I-F-E, and it means olive. Okay, So for that, you remember, if we want to try for something inside the tags, so we have to use span tags. So the span tag is useful for tags. So I delete the O in the first part, and I put the other span to add L, and I'm going to, but also I want to have one break line, because if I don't put that, so they came after each other. So we need to break something, and that's going to the next line. And then I go for this part, one more span. Okay, and here I put I. Again, don't forget here, one break. And I'm going to delete this one, and also for the last two characters here. Okay, so, and we had here V and E. Okay, so check our code. So still there is nothing changed, but we have some space here. So we can delete that here, here, and this one is not so important, but I did. Okay, so we have our picture, we have our links, and we have hero tags too. So this is what we can do for the home part or the landing page. So this is the only thing this page has with one picture. So let's go to design it this part. Okay, so I go into my CSS part, and I started to target and started to designing. Okay, so you can see here we have an ID and it's called home. So I'm going to target this one. So I just target home and go there. And the first thing I want to give this the background. So the background, I want to put some picture, and that's going to be in the image file. Okay, let's see. So the picture is came here, but it's not so nice. So we have to work more on that. Okay, let's see. So the second one, I want to use the background position. I would like to use in the center. Oh my gosh, just a moment. Okay, and then I go for the background repeat. I don't want just one time, it's enough for us. And then we go to background size, and I put it in the cover. And then we have a background attachment. So I want to have that fixed. And the height, it's going to be 100 view height. No, that's enough. Okay, let's check and see how it works. Perfect. So now our picture is here, but still we have to work in this two part and the nav. So I go target home, and then for the nav. Okay. So now we're working in the nav, and the nav was just a picture, and that was the URL. So I use the display, and it's gonna be flags. So I use the flags direction, and it's gonna be row, because I want to have that in the row part. And then the justify contact, I wanna have a space between, because I wanna have both of them in the corner. And then we have a elegant item, must be in the center. Okay. And then we work for the margin, and it's gonna be 0, then 0.3 rem. So 3 rem, it's mean we connect here the font size 11 pixel. So 1 RAM, it's mean 11 pixel. Okay, and sorry, not 0.3 RAM. So it's mean 33 pixel. I need the 33 pixel margin from the both left and right side. Okay. So then we go for the padding, and I would like to have some padding in the top. So I give it 2 RAM. Okay, so padding, the margin, everything is fine until now. Let's go work for the image in the nav port. So again, I'm going to target the home and the nav. Okay, and then our image. So for the image, so we need the width just 10% because we don't need such a big picture, and also the height, it's gonna be 10%. Oh, 10%. Okay, and then opacity, it's gonna be just 0.9. I think that's enough. We don't need so shiny. And so this is for our image. Image, list, and still hero tag is here. And then for the next part, we will go for working for the our list, because we need to change it and move it a bit. So I go for home, I go nav, and then I go URL. You remember what I was talking about? The HTML is like a brand, like the family, grandparent, parent chart. So we go exactly like this. We target the which one is easier to catch it, and then go and say exactly which part we're gonna change it. Okay. So for the UL, so I'm gonna use the display. It's gonna be flags because I want them in the, and for sure we need the okay, so yeah, and the margin, sorry, it's hard at the same time talking. Yeah, the margin, right? So it's take some space from the right right side. I would like to have 8 RAM. And then I go to, I don't want to have a style in the list, and I put it none. Okay. So now there can this, but this is not so nice. So now we go for the other parts. So again, I target the home, and I go for nav and URL and li. But if you want to target the anchor tag, so I go and tag the target the A. So, and for
Madi,
yeah,
I had a question. Just
yeah,
you use list style none.
yeah.
What's the default? If you don't have a list style none, then what does
So,
the default look like?
so just now look here. So we have some point here. You can see, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
A
and there
bullet
is
point.
yeah,
Ah,
exactly. So we just catch them out because this make our
okay.
design
So
is
that
like,
removes the bullet point.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
You're welcome. So now we target each of the link we have here. We have it for the link, and we go to change each of them. Okay, design each of them. So for that, I start to margin right, so it's have a space to make a space between each of them. So I put 1.5 RAM, and for the text decoration, we don't need that, so I put it again none. And then we use the font size. It's gonna be 2.7 RAM. And then we have a color. So you remember I was talking about I'm going to use the 2 color. So I use here the dark one. You can add directly color like green, black, I don't know, blue, whatever you want. But if you want to have a specific color, so you have to write like RGB or RGBA. So because I was trying to make it simple, so I just put here to call, not just put the number each time. So just make variable for it. So now this is our tax. So we are close to what we were trying, but we are done with the nav bar. Okay. So let's check if there is something more, and we have to work for that. So we work in until LA. So let's go for hero tax. Okay. So the hero tax is going to be our second part in the home. So here. Okay. So for this part, first I need to change the position because I want to put that in the center here. Okay. So for the position, I use absolute. I use absolutely absolute. Okay. So for the top, I need to be 33%, and for the left, I used 18%. Okay, so it's can left, top, and left. Okay, and text transformer, it's gonna be uppercase. So actually, this font by default has uppercase. I just gonna show you if you wanna use something later with other tags, so you can understand how you can change it to upper or lowercase. Okay, so now it's came here, but we need to work more in it. And now for the next step, I go again. Don't forget the parents and now the tag. Okay, so we target the H1, and now we go to design. So first of all, I'm gonna give it font size because it's so small. So I would like to have 7 RAM for this one for font size. And then the color, so I go again, var, and I give it the light color. Let's see. Okay, but we have some problem. Wow, you can see here the first letter, they are not moving or they are not changing because they are in the span. So then we go for target that and say we want to change the span in hero text class. Okay, so here I want to make it a bit bigger than the other one, so then I give here 8.9 RAM. Okay, and the color I want to use, it's gonna be darker than the other one. Okay, let's check. Perfect. So this is a good thing. So we are done with the first part of our web page. So look, everything is the same. And now I would like to go a bit more and try to work in this part, in the container part. Look, the first container, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. Okay, so here we are finished. I go in my, here, I just write, oh my gosh, container. Okay, I just make some comment here. If I had some mistake, if I just lost somewhere, I can find easily with this command. So let's go for the container. So for the container, the first part, we have it gonna be, so here we don't have anything here. So we have 2 parts. So this is a one container. So we have one container. I just make it here bigger and I write, it's gonna be about part. Okay, so in this about part, I hope I don't have any mistake in spell, but anyway, I get an error for spell. Okay, you know, now we have in this part, this is the about part. So we have a 2 part, one part for video here and one part for the tags. So I'm going here to make one class. It's called tags for the tags, and the other for the video. Okay, so this two part is now we just separated. Okay, we just separated for one div or one class for video and one class just for tags. Okay, so let's go and work for the tags class. Okay, here. So for the tags class, we have one big h1. So I put h1 tag here, and then I just put about us. Okay, we are done. And then we need one p tag here. So I go and take one p. You can take from here actually, or you can just come in this part in the file, text file. I put this file here. You can see here about part. So this is the paragraph part in our web page. So, and so I just take from here. Okay, so I go in my tag again, and I just put one break here to have a bit nicer. So you can see here in the down here. So we have now our paragraph. Okay, here. Now I go and add the video. So you remember for the video, Mickey was telling about, and you learn a really nice thing about iframe tag. So iframe tag usually work with embed code. So whenever you're gonna use iframe, you have to use embed code. So I found this video about the Olive program in YouTube. So it's made easier for me to use embed code here. So in YouTube, don't forget embed code, not just link. And you can see here, you have our HTML code here, iframe. And I just copy. So we are done. That's the only thing you have to take from there, and just that. So now we have our video and we have our text class. So let's check here. You can see the video and text exactly after each other. So this is for the about class. So, but there is one thing we forget it actually, you know, when we add the container, we have to give this ID, because if we click in this part, so it must go here. So then I have to add ID here and give this name to this part. And for the second part, we had here seminar. So I go and give this seminar. Okay, so this is our seminar part. We finish with about. I go here to make easier to understand. Put some comment. Okay. So here, so first let's talk about the this part, and put all the ID because maybe I forget later. Okay, and also here in the container class, so we had the one part. We have background in our theme part, you know. So because of this background, I gonna use other div and put here with ID theme. So then put our container class inside of this div. Okay. And now I can put here theme part. Okay. And the last part, it was no, yeah. Okay, perfect. So let's go and work for the for the seminar part. So we are done with the about part. So for the seminar part, so we finished the first part. Okay, so we go for the seminar. So you can see here we have a bunch of picture. And again, we have some tags with H1, paragraph, and button. And the idea is here, when I click in this button, it's going to open the original page for the Olive. And if someone, they want to know more about the seminar, so they can and check in this one. Okay, so then we use button to open the other link. Okay, so we have to target the outside of web page. Cool. So the first one we have pics. So I'm going to make a class with the div and add a picture. So the picture you can find here in image and in the seminar part. So the first picture is going to be here. I'm going to delete the first part because if we have it that later we can't reach the picture. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, just go. So we need the second because all of them now in the same picture. So we target the different picture. Okay, so this is the third one, and this is going to be the 4. No, come on. What happened? I don't know what happened actually. It did not work. And this is the last picture. Okay, let's see. Let's see here what happened. Okay, so now we add 6 picture here. Okay, but it's absolutely it's not nice. Okay, and then we have to have one class to put our tags here. So I go in the second part here. No, sorry, inside of my seminar. Okay, so and here I use again the tags class, exactly the same what we were using here. See? Okay, so for the tags class, I would like to have one H1 tag, and it was about the open seminar, I guess. Open seminar. Okay, so this is the first part. And then we have some paragraph here. So then I go to have some paragraph, and from here, okay, this is what exactly you can see here. Okay, and in the paragraph, I would like to have that. And now we have one tag, and it's gonna be the button. Okay, and exactly in the text class. So I go to use button, and you remember when we clicked that was open the other side. So I use the anchor tag, and now we have to target the link. So this is the link. I just put here. Okay. So, but don't forget, because we have to write here more. If you don't have this, there is nothing to to check later. Okay, let's see. Okay, you can see here we have our tags and small button in the corner. Okay, so that was about the seminar part. Okay, because all of them use the same class, I put all of them, and then I go for CSS and design all of them at the same time. So this is the idea for the container class. Okay, so the seminar part now is, I think it's done. Yeah, P button. Okay, so now we go for the theme part. So let's see about the theme. So in the theme part also, we have some tags and we have a 9 picture and exactly the same. We have some big tags, paragraph and button with link. And if you click here, It's gonna open the page in the theme part in the olive page. Okay, so let's go there. So the first one, it was the text. So I'm going again to use the text class here. I have h1 tag and I put our theme. Okay, so then we had the one p tag, and in the p tag we have this text. You can write if you want to make something for yourself, whatever you want. And yeah, there's a possible to do anything. Okay, after p tag, I gonna use what button like the other, like the previous, like the seminar part. Okay, so again inside of the tags class, I'm going to have a button, and inside the button I'm gonna have the anchor tag or link, and then here I'm gonna put this inside of it. Okay, and right here more. Okay, so let's check what we did here. So now we have open seminar with button and text, and RT with paragraph and with the button. Okay, cool. So I think we are done also with the with the text class in the theme. So the second part of the second part here, we have to have oh my gosh, we have to add some picture here. Okay, so for that I'm going to, after text class, so I'm going to have a class and put a picture. So it's going to be exactly like what we did last time. So but this time I'm going to choose picture from theme and the first picture. Okay, just delete this one. So we have 9 picture, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, and now I go to target. Okay, second picture, it's gonna be the set one. It's gonna be for the fifth, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, let's see. So we have now 9 picture here for our team and 6 picture for the seminar part. Okay, cool. I think we are done with the team class, and let's jump in the contact part. So here, and for the contact part, I go just check. So we have one map. We use iframe tag, and also we have tags here. Okay, so it's easy. And actually we have some form here, so that's also new thing, but it's exactly the same like other tags class. So first I go to add the map here, and in the contact part, I make class, it's called map, and then I go to target in Google Map. So I'm going to take the address, another 15. Okay, so you remember I told you whenever you're going to use iframe, you have to use embed code. Okay, so this is the embed, and you can see copy HTML. That's really just for you. Just take it, copy, and just put in your file. Okay, this is for map. And for the second class, I wanna have tags. Okay, so we have now here our map, but I wanna have this one also. So this is the text class. So now I work for this one. So for the text class, I have h1 tag, and I just use tag class. Okay. And then we have address, number, email, and other things. So I'm going to use h4 tag for them. Okay. So the address is going to be here. And then other h4 for the number. And that's the Gmail. And then we have one more every Saturday. No, this is okay. So it's gonna be here, and the last one, oh, newsletter. So that's a different. I'm gonna use that inside of the form tag, but so you can see now. First check what I did, and I show you the other part here. Okay. Picture, image,
Madi?
yeah.
Yeah, I had a question. So I was wondering, when do you know when to use an unordered list? Like in the navigation bar, use unordered list, but here you're almost listing it. So I'm wondering why you use a H4 versus an order.
Yeah, I didn't use actually any list here, you know.
Yeah.
The power of, this is not power, this is different choice. You can use a list. You can see here in the first part, I use a list, you know, but for image, I didn't use it. Or here, I didn't use. So it's up to you how you wanna use or how you wanna design your web page and from which way you're gonna use it. It's not important at all, yeah. Just the way how you think. So I was thinking that's easier for me because if I use just H4, so they can after each other, so I don't need to, I don't know, delete the text decoration and do this stuff, you know. That's the thing is, it's up to you. You can use, yeah, this kind of tools. Yeah, you can use which one you want. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
So hard. You're welcome. So now we have here, we add all the tags here, but still we have to have form. Okay, so this is the form we need, and we have a one button here. Okay, so for that, I'm going to use the form tag here. Maybe it will be there. I delete first this one and use it. So we don't need actually action because it's going to be different thing and it's going to be a little bit advanced, but for now the form is enough for us. So now I'm going to use the newsletter. Okay. And now I have to have this kind of input here. Okay, so I put input, and inside of the input, I tell you I need the type. It's gonna be text. So there's a different type for the input. So we use just text, and I want to use placeholder, and here I can write name with some dot, and I would like to have some brag because it makes space between the inputs. So I use 2. Okay, and then I go for the next input, and again I use placeholder, and then for this one I put email, and yeah, 2 is enough. And then I'm gonna use one break for this part too. Okay, and now, oh my gosh, still I have to use button. Yeah, okay. So then we have one button. So I just put here one button to make it nicer, but it doesn't have any connection with to anyone because we don't have action. So that's a different thing. But now just to make it undesired, okay? So this for our form, because that's gonna be advanced as it's gonna be so hard, so it takes so time more. So we have here our form, this letter, form, and the button here. I just forget here to put column for newsletter to make it a bit nicer. Okay, this is the form part, but still we have to work because still we couldn't finish. And the last part here, we have one button. So the idea for it was when you click, gonna be in the first. And we have here some privacy policy or copyright. Oh my gosh, I hope you can see. Okay, no, so, and here we add some text, paragraph, and some line and buttons. So we go work for that. Okay, but first of all, so they are out of the container class. So then we have to put this class out of the container. So this is the container class. So out of the container, so I go to have one button. In button, you remember we had the one A tag because we go in the home part or the landing page. So I target the home here and I write home. Okay. And here I want to have some break line too. And now I want to have one line horizontally, horizontal. And so this is the one line for this line. So we add the button and line. So we're going to use this this paragraph. So oh my gosh, no. Okay, I'm trouble with the with the Zoom tools. So here I don't know. I can use this one, actually, it's easier. So there's just p tag, there's nothing. I call that copyright and I just put this tags, yeah. This is made in summer in European University, Olive program, and this. So we are done actually with our HTML part, okay. So we will go to now working in CSS and make it this sheet to this one. So if there will be any mistakes, so we can come back in HTML part, so and make it nicer. So just here, I just put comment. If I have any mistakes, so I can come back here and find the problem and solve them. Okay, so I think here is fine. Let's go work in CSS. So for CSS, you remember we had a class called container because we use container for each part. So for each part, we use container here. For example, this class, this, all of them had containers. So when I design containers, so it's change all of them, okay? So then I go to target the container class, okay? So for the container class, you remember we had 2 parts. So the best thing for that is displaying flags. And the justify contact, I would like to be in the center. And then we have a flags direction. So absolutely, it's gonna be row. And then we have we need the width. So for that, I'm gonna use 75 view width, okay. And then the margin, yeah, just margin, okay. For margin, I'm gonna use 1 for top and the bottom, and for the 2 corner, it's gonna be auto. So the padding, So for the padding, I use 5 RAM and then 0 for the right and left. So this is our container class. Now let's check what happened here. So we changed some here, but still it needs to work a lot, isn't it? Okay. Let's go and work for the for the text class. So we had a lot of tags and we used several times. And so now we're going to use it. So for the width, I need 100% of that. And then the vertical, again, it's gonna be in the center. Yep. Okay. So text start to move a bit. Cool. Now, after the text class, so I'm going to work for H1. So we had the H1 also several times. So I target again the text class and H1. So now each of H1 is going to change. So I put the padding top. It's going to be 0.5 RAM. No. Yeah. Okay, now the padding bottom. Padding bottom exactly going to be 0.5 RAM. And text array again is going to be in the center. Okay, and then we have a justified contact exactly that's going to be also in the center. And then we have a font size. So, and it's going to be 4 RAM. And the last one, we have a text transform. So actually this font I use by default is came uppercase, but I just show you if you want to do something, just use text transform. And so let's check. You can see now our H1 tag is getting bigger and they stay in the center nicely. You can see also here and about. So now we're working in the paragraph also to change them and give them some nice positions. So again, go text and then p tag. Okay. So for that, padding, and for the padding, I'm gonna use 3.5 RAM, and then and then font size. And for the font size, I'm going to oh my gosh, RAM. Okay, let's check. Well, so now we changed our paragraph. So the next one, we will go and work for the button. It's small, you know, we have to change and make it nicer a bit. So also here, okay? So I go here and the target first, my text class and the button. Okay, and it's exactly, we have actually more button in the down, but let's have a different, and we work also for that at the same time. So first we work for the margin tab. We need some space from contact and the upstairs, how to say the up part. So 2.5 RAM, it's gonna be good for that. And the margin left, I'm going to use 11 RAM. Okay, and then padding, we have 0.2 and 3 RAM. So 0.2 and 3 RAM. And then we have text array it must be in the center. Okay, because it's make it nicer. And we have a background color for the bottom. So you remember I was using the var and I used the dark color. And then we use the border radius to make it a bit nicer. each corner. So for that, I'm going to have a 15 pixel. Okay. And then the color, it's gonna be, you remember I told you you can directly call the color just white. Okay, it's not so hard. And then the font size, it's gonna be 1.3 RAM. Okay, so I think we are done with button. Let's see here and here, but we have some problem. Why? Because we can see the more here. So this is the link and anchor text. So we have to target that because of that. But this one, we didn't have anything. So now it's really nice. Okay, so let's target the anchor tag in the button and make it that also nicer. Okay, so again, text and button, and now we use a. So now it's going to change the link part. So the text decoration, we don't need it. So I put none. And then we use the color exactly the same, white. And the next one, it was the font size. Yeah. Font size. And for that, I'm going to use 1.7 RAM. Oh, RAM, yeah. Okay, so let's check. Now they are more nice. Okay, so just one thing, we still have to work in the text class, and this is H4, you remember? So we work in the paragraph, we work in the button and H1, so the H4 still need work, and for the form, we work later. We can target that in the separate page. So now try to make nicer this H4 tag. So again, I go to target the text class and then the H4. So for that, I use the padding top. It's gonna be 1.2 RAM. Okay, and then the margin left, yeah, it's gonna be 8 RAM. We wanna have some space from the map we use it. So to justify a contact, it's gonna be in the center, and the font size, I would like to have 1.8 RAM size for the font. And we have one problem with the Certizen, I guess it was the Certizen. Let's check. Cinzel. So the Cinzel font make anything uppercase. So you can see here we have a at sign, the big ladder. So it doesn't make really good and nice thing. So I'm going to change the font also just for this part. Okay. So because of that, so I'm going to change the font family and put it to just serif. So now we have a different font here than the other part of our page. Okay. So that was all about the text class except the form, but we will back later for the form part. Okay, so now let's go and check the picture, because actually our picture is not so nice. So we want to have these pictures like this. They came exactly next to each other and have a good view. So, but this is not good. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Here, I'm gonna first target my peak class. And for that, I use the display, and it's gonna be great. So I make it a great template column, and I want to have 3 column in my pic class or my picture class. Okay, so then I have to use 1fl. So, and I want to have some space between each picture. So I give them 0.5 rem, some space between them, and the width for my class is going to be 85%. Okay, so and now I'm going to target the not just the class, the image too, because we have to change that one. Okay. So for the image, I'm going to use width, and we need 100 pixel, 100% of our picture, and the height is going to be 23 view high. Okay. And the last part, the border radius. We want to have some nice radius in the corner. It's going to be 10 pixel. Okay, let's see. So now we got a nice picture here. So it's exactly like what we had before. Remember? 6 pixel. We have here also 6 picture. Here we have a 9 picture. And here we have, so the only thing in our team, we don't have any background, but we have to add that background here later. So we will add that also here. Okay, so now we are done actually. Most of the thing we did here, it's pretty cool and exactly where we want. We have to just change the form part and working in the home button and put the copyright class in the center and work a bit for that, I think, yeah. So let's go, and for the theme part, we have here background. Here we have background. Look, this background, when we move the background stay there, you know. So it's exactly like what we have here. You can see the olive picture is not moving, but our page is moving. So what we have here exactly in the theme background, so we put picture and just fix it, but the page is scrolling. So we're gonna add that one in our theme behind the theme part. So where is our theme part? So it's here. So already I had the ID and I put the theme here. So then I go to work for that. So I just target the theme. Okay. No. Okay. So for the theme, I'm gonna use the background and I'm gonna choose the image, and that's the number 2. Okay. Just don't forget to delete the forward slash or backward. I don't know. That's always I forget it. So the background position, it's gonna be in the center, and the background repeat, no repeat, don't want, and the background attachment, it's gonna be fixed. So, and the high, I would like to use auto if in the future I add more picture. For example, not just 9, we maybe have 15, I don't know, or 20. So we just don't want to lose the background. Okay. So I think we are also, I finished with this one. So maybe there is something I forget, the background size also, yeah, because we wanna cover. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So that was what we had, and now we have also here. Okay, so now we also put background here. It's nearly done. We just need to work a bit for the form part. Okay, so I'm going to work in the target the form, and let's check the form. Where's the form? So that's here. Okay. Just put some background comment here. If I just missed something or I will have some mistake, I can find it easier and change it. Okay, so for the text container, okay. So for the form, you can just directly call the form and target the input inside of the form. Okay, so the first one, I would like to have a margin left, and it's gonna be 8 rem from the 8 rem space from the map. Okay, so the padding right, it's gonna be 11 gram, and then border, we don't need border because I can show you this border is not nice actually. I want to have just the how to say below the name, so I put this border none, but I would border bottom. Okay, border bottom, and here I just did, I need this border to be 2 pixels and gonna be solid, and the color gonna be black. Okay, so this is a border, and the font size for us, we need gonna be 1.0. Okay, let's check. Cool, we have a nice here. But maybe here, if I put one break, have a bit space. Now is better, I guess. Okay. So this is about the form. So we finished this part, but still we have to work in the, you remember the button here, the small button, when we click, it must go in the first part. So I want to change this one to put in the right side and make it a bit nicer. So because this button is in the body, you know, there is a no class and something, so we have to call this button like directly. So because of the directly call, I use this the bigger symbol, I think. Yeah, so we have to use this and call all the button, they are exactly just in the body, not in the class and the other. If we don't have that, so that this tag is going to change all the button in our web page. So this is important actually. So the position, I need to have a relative. So, and you remember the float, but we need float in the right side. Okay, so now it's moving the right. And on the other hand, we need some margin, right? So because it takes some space, and I put 3%. So now it's moved here, you can see. So now I'll go and change some in the, so again, body, button, and the A, because you remember we had the anchor tag here. So for that, first of all, we don't need any text decoration. So I put none. Okay, and then the font size, we're gonna have 1.3. Okay, and then we have padding, no padding. Okay, and for the padding, I need 0.8 rem. Yeah, I want this. And then the color, it's gonna be again white, and we have the background color, and you remember what? So I'm going to use the dark one, and the last one, the border radius. Border radius, where are you? Borders. Yeah. So for the border radius, we use 8 pixels. Okay, let's check. So you can see here our home. And this is the last part. We have to move this paragraph in the center and make it a bit more readable. Okay, so I'm going to work. So you can see here, it's a bit bigger actually. Now you can see, but what we are making here is so small. Okay, so let's go and target that one and work for that. So here we have we just put class and it's called copyright. So I'm going to target this class and make some change there. So first we need text array again. So yeah. So for that we put that in the center because we want that will be in the center of page, and then we use padding. And for the padding, I would like to have for 0.4 RAM. And then the font size is going to be 1.4 RAM. Okay, we are done. You can see it came here exactly, and it's exactly like here. So the difference here, if you see, I have 100% in here. What about in here? Yeah. So if I make it now, the zoom in my web page is a bit smaller, but they are actually exactly the same. So this is the page we were trying. I don't know. Oh my gosh, it'll take 1 hour, 20 minutes. So, and yeah, you can see here, if we click on the theme, we go on the theme. If we click here, oh my God, I forget to put target here in the theme part because it's exactly open at the same time. So let's check here. This is always happen and you have to be careful about it. So here, yeah, okay, I forget to put a target and put blank for it. Okay, so now again, go back. So now if I click here, it must open in the new tab. No, why? Okay, let's check. There is some problem. Why? Did you save it? Okay, there is a target and you can change it. If you target in blank, so it's mean when you click here in the more, it must open this link in the new tab. Okay, this is the thing about the target. So there is any question about this part? If you have anything or something wasn't clear for you?
Only one question.
Yeah.
I see you like to working in only one page.
Yeah.
Not divide to in different page because for me, when I designing in Cuba now, no, I have a lot of time no make nothing. It's more easy because you have in different page. For example, one page index, another page about, another page seminar. But still you have only one class for the whole page. It's not so matter. You divide to the first page in only one. But it's my opinion. I don't know. I like to you tell me for what for you is more easy in only one page.
So you know, here we have an index HTML file. So And here we were targeting about where this link is going, you know, about seminar team contact, this part. So when you wanna have you wanna have more than one like HTML1 page, so you can target that page here. For example, if someone click here, it's not going to down, it's going in the order. Just to have, you have to write the order name here. For example, index HTML, you can say about HTML,
about HTML,
or, yeah,
yes,
seminar HTML, you know, and just put here. And when you just click and just move
to back,
yeah, push you in the other page. So this is a
because I remember it's more easy, because in the case you are because okay now the web page you have is only informative page. It's easy because you know put a lot of contents inside.
We just trying to use really simple, and from now you can work a lot for this. We didn't have any transition, we didn't have any hover, we did anything. We just put stuff there.
It's only one. It's easy. I know.
Yeah.
Because I have more than 6 years. I know make any code. Now I remember all coming, but I remember is I use in this way index. Now, for example, for the photo, I no use I use a carrier because it's more nice to show the photo, but that is a lot of time. Now it's different.
Take time, Also, you have to first think about how you want to design it, you know, because the put the text not so hard. But you have to think where you can put, how much is going to be a space. So this is stuff. So this take time, Because of that, I actually wrote before all the margin and all the padding, the number, because if during the class, if I was telling you and I was thinking, okay, this is 10 is not good, 11 is not good, 12, so it's take time because after I before make it them and but it's not so hard. There is just some number you can add or just decrease.
Okay.
Thank you. Any other questions, someone? Because I think we are over the class right now. Nothing else. Okay, I start to stop my sharing. And thank you so much for
thank you.
Listening and following us. Okay, Mickey, I don't have anything to do anymore.
Bye. Have another class. Bye.
Have a good weekend. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye now.